Welcome to Studio House Design, your cozy corner for all things beautiful and inspiring in home decor. Today, we're diving into the charming world of rustic American farmhouse style, sprinkled with vintage equestrian touches and heirloom details that bring warmth and timeless elegance to any space. Whether you're dreaming of a cozy living room or a serene bedroom retreat, stay with us till the end. You won't want to miss these stunning ideas that blend history and comfort perfectly. Let's get inspired together and create homes that tell stories. Imagine stepping into a living room where rustic farmhouse charm meets vintage equestrian elegance. Warm wooden beams and a stone fireplace create a cozy backdrop, while soft linen sofas and antique horse prints invite you to relax and soak in the timeless beauty. Every detail, from the brass candlesticks to the weathered leather accents, whispers stories of heritage and comfort. It's a space that feels like home and history wrapped together. Picture a kitchen that feels both welcoming and timeless, with hand-painted tiles and copper pots adding a touch of vintage flair. The soft sage cabinetry and butcher block island invite you to gather and create, while delicate lace curtains and equestrian prints bring warmth and personality. It's a kitchen where every meal feels special, surrounded by heirloom details and rustic charm that make everyday moments extraordinary. Envision a cozy reading nook bathed in soft light, where a vintage wingback chair wrapped in plaid invites you to unwind. The whitewashed walls and warm brass sconces create a peaceful retreat, while antique books and horse figurines add a nostalgic touch. It's the perfect spot to escape into a good story, surrounded by textures and colors that feel like a gentle hug from the past. Imagine gathering around a rustic dining table framed by mismatched vintage chairs, each telling its own story. The warm beige walls adorned with equestrian prints and the soft glow of a wrought iron chandelier make every meal feel intimate and special. Linen curtains flutter gently in the breeze, while heirloom china and brass accents bring timeless elegance to a space made for connection and comfort. Step into a serene bedroom where a wrought iron bed dressed in vintage quilts promises restful nights. Soft cream and muted blues create a calming palette, while antique saddles and brass lamps add character and charm. The natural light filtering through linen curtains adds warmth, making this room a peaceful sanctuary that blends rustic farmhouse coziness with subtle equestrian elegance. Picture a bathroom that feels like a vintage retreat, with a clawfoot tub and brass fixtures that gleam softly in natural light. The soft grey beadboard walls and marble countertop create a serene atmosphere, while antique horse prints and heirloom jars add nostalgic charm. It's a space designed for relaxation, where rustic farmhouse simplicity meets refined vintage touches in perfect harmony. Imagine entering a welcoming farmhouse entryway where weathered wood and leather saddle cushions invite you to pause and breathe. Antique brass hooks hold woven hats and horse bridles, creating a charming display of rustic equestrian life. A large barnwood mirror reflects the soft natural light, while a braided jute rug adds warmth underfoot. It's a space that feels both practical and full of heart, setting the tone for the home beyond. Step into a sunroom filled with gentle natural light, where whitewashed walls and wicker chairs create a bright, airy feel. Faded plaid cushions and vintage horse figurines add a touch of nostalgia, while a braided jute rug grounds the space in earthy warmth. Potted greenery and antique lanterns complete the scene, making it a perfect spot to relax and enjoy quiet moments surrounded by rustic farmhouse charm. Imagine a home office where reclaimed wood and leather combine for a space that's both functional and full of character. Warm cream walls and equestrian prints inspire creativity, while a brass banker's lamp casts a cozy glow. Linen curtains filter sunlight gently, and a wool rug adds softness underfoot. This office blends rustic farmhouse warmth with vintage elegance, creating an inviting place to focus and dream. Picture a laundry room that feels anything but ordinary, with soft sage walls and open wooden shelves filled with woven baskets and heirloom linens. Antique horse prints and a vintage saddle add personality, while natural light filters through linen curtains, creating a bright, cheerful space. The braided jute rug and brass fixtures complete the look, making chores feel a little more special in this charming rustic farmhouse retreat. Imagine a guest bedroom where vintage quilts and a wrought iron bed create a cozy, welcoming atmosphere. Soft cream walls and exposed beams bring warmth, while antique brass fixtures and equestrian prints add timeless charm. Linen curtains gently filter sunlight, and a wool rug in earthy tones adds comfort. This room feels like a peaceful haven, blending rustic farmhouse simplicity with subtle vintage equestrian touches to make every guest feel at home. Step into a mudroom where practicality meets rustic elegance. Wide plank floors and cream-paneled walls set a warm tone, while leather saddle cushions and antique brass hooks display woven hats and horse bridles. A barnwood mirror reflects soft light, and woven baskets add texture and storage. This space perfectly balances farmhouse function with vintage equestrian charm, welcoming you home with warmth and character. Picture a breakfast nook bathed in sunlight, where a reclaimed wood table and pastel chairs invite slow mornings and quiet conversations. Whitewashed walls adorned with antique horse prints and a wrought iron chandelier create a cozy ambience. Linen curtains frame the windows, and a braided jute rug adds natural warmth. Heirloom ceramics and brass candlesticks complete this charming space, blending rustic farmhouse comfort with nostalgic equestrian elegance. Imagine a library filled with leather-bound books and antique horse figurines, where warm cream walls and whitewashed shiplap create a serene backdrop. A vintage leather armchair with plaid cushions invites you to settle in, while an antique brass lamp casts a soft glow. Linen curtains filter natural light, and a Persian rug adds rich color. This is a space where rustic farmhouse warmth meets vintage equestrian sophistication, perfect for quiet reflection. Step into a hallway that feels like a gallery of rustic charm and equestrian history. Wide plank floors and soft grey walls showcase antique horse prints and weathered tack on reclaimed wood shelves. Brass sconces cast a warm light, while linen curtains soften the window's glow. A braided jute runner adds texture underfoot, and heirloom ceramics and leather boots bring subtle, timeless details. It's a transitional space full of character and warmth. Imagine a nursery filled with soft light, where a vintage iron crib dressed in muted blues and creams creates a peaceful haven. Whitewashed walls and exposed beams add rustic charm, while antique brass fixtures and equestrian prints bring warmth and personality. Linen curtains gently filter sunlight, and a wool rug in earthy tones softens the hardwood floor. A reclaimed wood rocking chair with plaid cushions adds nostalgic comfort, blending farmhouse coziness with vintage equestrian touches. Picture a pantry that's as beautiful as it is practical, with open reclaimed wood shelves displaying mason jars and vintage ceramics. Soft cream walls and whitewashed shiplap provide a warm backdrop, while a vintage enamel sink with brass fixtures adds charm. Antique horse prints and weathered tack decorate the space, and a braided jute rug softens the wooden floor. This pantry blends rustic farmhouse functionality with heirloom equestrian elegance perfectly. Imagine a sitting room where exposed beams and whitewashed walls create a cozy atmosphere. A distressed leather Chesterfield sofa layered with hand-woven throws invites relaxation. Brass sconces illuminate heirloom ceramics and vintage equestrian prints on reclaimed wood shelves. Linen curtains frame tall windows, letting in soft, natural light. A Persian rug adds warmth and color, while horse figurines and leather boots bring nostalgic equestrian charm. It's a space full of rustic elegance and comfort. Step into a craft room where creativity meets rustic charm. A reclaimed wood table surrounded by pastel-painted stools invites you to create, while whitewashed shiplap walls display antique equestrian prints. Linen curtains filter sunlight, highlighting woven baskets filled with heirloom textiles and vintage leather tools. Wide plank floors softened by a braided jute rug complete the space, blending farmhouse simplicity with vintage equestrian touches to inspire every project. Picture an outdoor porch with weathered wood floors and whitewashed walls, where a wrought iron bench with plaid cushions invites quiet moments. Antique brass lanterns hang from exposed beams, casting a warm glow. Linen curtains frame large windows, letting in soft light. A braided jute rug grounds the space, while potted greenery and vintage horse figurines add natural warmth and nostalgic charm. It's a peaceful retreat blending rustic farmhouse comfort with equestrian elegance. Thanks so much for joining us on this journey through rustic farmhouse charm with vintage equestrian flair. We've explored cozy spaces filled with heirloom details, warm textures, and timeless elegance that make a house truly feel like home. If you loved these ideas and want to see more beautiful designs, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment sharing your favorite detail or design tip. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to inspire your next home project. See you next time.